So, what I've been working on. So, fifth is, my role has been mostly what I said I would work on my manifesto, but also things that came up during the year. Just a few examples from my manifesto. They were to listen to student feedback from students, class reps such as yourselves, faculty reps, and basically get feedback from students. Support the recording of lectures, especially for those not able to attend in person or online. And also suggest the examination of the current assessment and feedback policies. I'll talk about each one of them right now. Hosting virtual or in-person career days for students. This is something that I'm still working on. And if appropriate, organize events to make up for the time missed last years. So one of these events is this one, which is actually one of the first events to happen in person after the pandemic. So I'm very happy you're all here. If you put the next one there, perfect. So I'll talk briefly about each one of them. I've been, just to give you an update of what's going to be going on, I've been listening to student feedback by helping out with Strath reps in the beginning of the year. There were elections, that's probably how you all got your roles. Different inquiries from students. I've also been working with your faculty reps, especially if there are any specific issues or whether they've got any ideas, things they wanted to organize or need help in. I've also, you might have seen it on the My Place page, given a few updates of what I've been working on there, so I wanted to keep you up to date. And I've been receiving feedback through different surveys I've been giving out and different other channels as well, such as Facebook and email and more. Secondly, this is a big one, supporting the recording of lectures. I've been starting to work on this from last semester, and something that we've done is we worked with some students in one of the departments at the university who did research with us about online learning and getting back to campus. I've also brought this up in multiple committee meetings at the university, so it's something that they are very well aware, and also had a few meetings with them to try and see what would be best for students in terms of having recorded material online, whether that is in like for revision for students or whether that is complete material, which is something, if you want, that we can talk about as well later if you have any feedback from you or from your class. And also something important was at the beginning of the year, as we know, restrictions were a bit stricter. So something that was really important to me was, and working with the other exec as well, was making sure that everyone had at least some on-campus activity. And I've been trying to get feedback from students to see whether this has been the case. And we've seen that in most of the cases this has been adhered to, but if you have any other feedback, I'll be very, very happy to listen to it. Further, I made sure that there would be arrangements for students not to be able to attend in person, so in which case they can send their personal circumstances and speak to their department if they have any issues. So the next one. Yes, no worries. So that's another one. I'll try to keep it brief as well, because I know I've been talking for a while. I wanted to suggest examination of the assessment and feedback current policies, just because it had been noted that in a few cases students hadn't been receiving their feedback on time, so I had a survey out to actually use Strath reps. I don't know, some of you may have seen it last semester. These survey results have gone out to university, and they're working on this, as well as also some other stuff like assessment essay type B marking, which was said a few years ago, and is something that also we're working to make it even better for students and more flexible to show all the work that students have been doing with their assessments and make sure that this is seen in their grades. Further, and very important one, lastly, I suggested and agreed with the university on an amendment to a policy for online exams that happened last semester. Unfortunately, I can't say what it was, but I was really happy about it. But basically, this change made sure that if anything happened during while you were doing your exam, that you wouldn't be disadvantaged for it, and there will still be some solutions to solve that. The next one. Yes, so this is going to be actually very quick because I'm still working on it, hosting virtual or in-person career days. I'm in contact with the career service to try and see something about a collaboration. So I thought it would be very nice to have something like that towards the end of the year, which is why I'm still working on that. And the final one, organizing events or activities. Hosted a few online drop-ins, so I had tried to have a variety of in-person and online events, so these were online. Also, I hosted the International Students Induction and organized a few social events with some of the faculty reps. I've also worked with the university in the November graduations, and now the graduations that are going to happen for spring for all the previous years. And, of course, this event that you're here, finally in person. So this concludes all the, if you get the next one, all the manifesto points I had and how I tried to complete this for you and for all the students. But also as the year, as months went by, more things came up, just a few examples. We secured extra study spaces on campus and group study spaces with other execs such as Ben, who you might hear about later in the second half. We worked on the return to campus survey and also worked on another reflective survey at the end of the semester. We also, as exec, communicated concerns about different aspects such as lack of student cards, but also something that even happened at the beginning of the year. Some of you may have noticed there were some difficulties with the timetables, and I spoke with the university and tried to solve that as soon as possible. And the university was also quick to respond to that, thankfully, in most cases. So that is all from me. Thank you for listening this big update. But I hope you are happy to hear all that's been going on behind the scenes this year. And I will be very happy to hear any feedback from you about more things that you would like to see happening, or if you have any specific feedback to all this that you would like to see differently. So thank you very much. And yeah, thanks.